Speaking of wristband, didn't Shedeur have the wrong wristband during the game last year? I mean, we're just not... Ty. Oh, Lord, let me move on. Ty, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. But I understand. I'm not telling you to argue with Jason Lloyd. I'm just saying, like, you did a great thing by allowing him to speak. You let him get his shit off. But after he get his shit off, you have to, like, correct him on a few things.
Auntie Faye, break the huddle, it's game day. Auntie Faye, break the huddle, it's game day. Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports to me. Auntie Faye in the building. Better come with receipts. Ravens flock purple pride. Yeah, she reppin' that team. But when Coach Prime hit the field, she locked in on the screen. Shedeur in the pocket. Colorado got the spotlight. Auntie got the chat jumping. Everybody act right. Laughing and giggling, but don't get it confused. She'll cook your whole take and then hit you with the news. 3 hypes a week. Better spend them with care. Use them on Auntie Faye when she pulls up in there. Chat going crazy. Everybody say hey. It's Auntie Faye. Breaks the huddle. Clear the way. Break that huddle. Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports to me. Auntie Faye got the mic. And she running the league. Ravens, Prime, Shedeur, all facts, no fumble. Tap in right now. Auntie Faye breaks the huddle.
Nephews, girl Auntie Faye, we are back with another video. So I did not post a video yesterday. I don't know why, but I do know I was extremely tired. I do know I was extremely tired. So we are going to get into a few things. So Shedeur balled out once again yesterday at camp. He looked great. Well Off was there. If you guys have not seen the clips from Well Off, please go and check it out. But today we have my nephew, Fallout Media. Okay, so Fallout Media was there, and I thought that his clip or what he had to say was very intriguing. He was on point with what he had to say. And I think it puts a lot of perspective to what the Cleveland media says versus what he saw. So he was actually at training camp yesterday. Okay. So I'm going to play that clip so you guys can listen in. In the meantime, nieces and nephews, please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that post notification for us to never miss the upload from Auntie. Make sure you like the video, then hype the video, like it first, and then hype it 3 hypes. So we make sure you use them on me. All right, y'all. It's early. I done dropped my baby off. My baby is in school. He is loving it. I think his teacher is so amazing. His teacher is so sweet, so amazing. I also feel like his teacher know I'm a little crazy. You better love on my baby, miss. I think she realized I'm a little off. She's like, so she sends me photos. She sends me all types of stuff as far as updates on my baby boy. Okay. Cause I need to be there. Okay. But yeah, so, the first 3 days, I know this has nothing to do with the video, but we're chatting, we're family. So the first 3 days I'm allowed to sit with him during, breakfast. So today was the last day I do that. Mecca does not eat the breakfast like that. He really don't eat the breakfast. He don't drink milk unless it's in a milkshake. Mecca has a different type of taste bud. He don't eat cereal. Okay. Mecca likes to drink seltzer water. Put it like that. He likes sushi. When I mean sushi, I mean like the raw sushi. He likes sushi. He likes ramen noodles, but like not the one in the packet, but like the Japanese version, like you go to the Japanese place. He likes stuff like that. Okay, so I don't know. Okay. He might eat a cheeseburger every now and then. Okay. Depending on who makes it and what's on it. Okay. So that's how my baby is. Every time I go pick him, he be so hungry. He be like, Ma, can we go get some sushi? I'm like, Mecca, them things is expensive. I can't just get sushi every day, but you're going to have to eat this right. He does like rice and chicken, all that other stuff. So anyways, I just be wanting to make sure my baby actually eat. But on his first day, he fell in the toilet. Okay. So on the first day I brought him to school, he was so cute. Y'all saw the outfit that I posted with the jeans and the blue shirt. He did not come back home with that outfit on. Thank God I put another outfit in his bag, but he did fall in the toilet. Over here, he has like the step stool thing on our toilet so he can use it. Baby, the toilet bowl at the school is big as hell, babe. My baby fell. He was upset. You hear me? Okay. So anyway, just an update. an update on Mecca, okay? But he loves it. He loves his teacher. There is this little girl at the school who like to give my baby hugs and kisses. I don't know how I feel about that. She keep calling him cute. I ain't there yet mentally, okay? Anyways, moving on. All right. I know I said a lot. So we're going to get into Fallout and what he has to say. All right. I'm going to show you my nephew right here. My nephew right here. Okay. He is in Cleveland. He lives in Cleveland. He is there. So he was at the camp. Look at his whole gear. Okay. He is supporting. You hear me? All right. So let's listen to what he has to say.
As y'all know, I went to training camp today, and I just want to give y'all a quick recap of what I saw today at training camp and my experience today. We'll be dropping videos tomorrow, but I just wanted to give a recap before the night was over. First thing, the internet is not the same as real life, man. I'm telling y'all, bro, internet is a crazy place. This training camp started, it's been some crazy stories already been reported. Dylan Gabriel should be put into the quarterback battle. It should be a 3-man race. Shedeur Sanders' time in Cleveland seems to be over, and he's going to get traded. Crazy work. Because when I went today, Shedeur Sanders is definitely the best quarterback on that roster, without a doubt. With blisters in the hand, it's reported. I don't know too much about the blisters in the hands, but it's been reported that he has blisters in his hand, and he's still dotting motherfuckers up. I mean, he dotting motherfuckers up, zipping that bitch. Y'all talked about the zip. He was zipping and dotting. I witnessed it with my own eyes today, and I got it on film. Another thing, chat, the pre-snap issues. So crazy to me with all the pre-snap issues. They never told us about how sometimes.
I like the fact that he's going into this pre-snap issues because Cleveland media likes to make it seem like Shedeur has, or, you know, Cleveland media, especially Jason Lloyd, okay, like to go in about the pre-snap issues and whatever. Like, so I like this take of it and what he has to say. So listen in.
They could be the young wide receiver struggling to get lined up, because that's what I witnessed today. Or, you know, sometimes the offensive line may not know the protection, or they might have some confusion. They don't know what's going on. They never told us about that either, because that's what I witnessed today also. For both quarterbacks, I really didn't witness none of them having issues with getting a snap off or just getting a play in, and I didn't really witness that, especially not from Shedeur. That's what I've been hearing, right? Oh, Deshaun Watson made some good throws, but the thing is about Deshaun Watson good throws, they're too spaced out. It's like he'll make a good throw and one-on-ones when the receiver DB's doing one-on-ones, then it'd have to be like 10, 15 plays later, and he'll make another good throw during team. Like, the good throws is just not consistent enough with Deshaun Watson, and I just don't think his arm can do it. Personally, that's just me. Jared Verse is a madman. But, y'all, they had to tell Jared Verse to step out of practice real quick, like out of team, because he's just so violent. He's so fucking violent.
I love that he let us know this about Verse. Once again, a lot of Cleveland media feels like Verse is not going to be the same as Miles. Verse doesn't have to be anything like Miles. Verse just has to be himself. So hearing Fallout say that they are making Verse come out because he plays too violently, I love that for Verse, but I hate that for my Ravens Lamar Jackson, okay? Just let y'all know that.
He talked that shit. He talked that shit. He talked that motherfucking shit. Denzel Boston is a pro. I'm not sure Denzel Boston is a rookie. I don't think so. Denzel Boston is elite. Yeah, he's elite already. He's special, and I can't wait to see him when it matters the most. Isaiah Bond, he just gets open. KC look good. Man, it's going to be hard for Jerry Jeudy. I just don't see it. I just don't see Jerry Jeudy in our plans at all. Them three names I just named, they are special right now. Q Money, Junkins, number 10, he running like a madman. Junkins running like a madman. Somebody, like if somebody pissed him up, fucked him over, something. Somebody did something to Junkins. He running like he never was hurt. I promise y'all, he's running like he never got hurt. Y'all, shout out to Cleveland media. They do a good job of convincing y'all and making y'all go crazy on the internet. All of us, bro. They do a good job at what they do, selling their narratives. Because, boy, y'all got to go see that shit for yourselves. My advice is everybody to go see that shit for yourselves and go see what's going on for real. Because I'm not going to lie, everything is not what it seems, especially with this quarterback battle. There's no quarterback battle. That's the most important message, probably. Yeah, there's no quarterback battle. This shit is made up. It's clear as day. Anybody go out there, everybody's seen who's the quarterback, who's the best player. It's not only Colorado people who support Shedeur. It's people on foot in Cleveland that's wanting him to be the guy, that want him to be the guy, that don't care about nothing else, and that was just worried about wondering, Shedeur reps. We want to see Shedeur reps. Shedeur reps. Telling y'all this shit going on. Shedeur.
Okay, y'all. So that was my nephew, Fallout Media. Okay, FALLOWT Media. I will put the link in his YouTube link in the description down below. Y'all, please make sure you guys go support him, subscribe. He has about like 251 subscribers. I would like to see him get the 500 right quick. Okay, I would love for y'all to do that. He is there. He is honest. Okay, he speaks truth. Okay, he low key kind of talk how I talk. he low key gotta talk how I talk. Okay. But I love him and I want to see him do great, and he's been doing great. Okay, so y'all make sure you guys go support Fallout Media. Okay, but I feel like his perspective was on point. Like, he's there, he's letting you know how it is, he's letting you know the crowd is like, we're just worried about Shedeur reps. Where is his reps? The fact that he said Deshaun is throwing the ball good, but there's like gaps. Like, he'll throw the ball good and then let's like 5-10 plays later, and then he'll throw another good ball. You know what I mean? So, but the way the Cleveland media makes it look like he is just hitting it every single time. The part that he said about the pre-snap issues, right? Once again, Cleveland media is making it seem like it is all Shedeur and not the wide receivers being in the wrong place or the O-line doing something or whatever. But he said he saw both ends on Shedeur and Deshaun. He also stated that Denzel Boston and KC are like the best, right? And Jerry Jeudy is not looking like wide receiver one. Okay, so let me know how you guys feel about that. We're gonna continue. I want to show y'all one more clip that bothered me. Okay, now I love me some Tyvis, right? I like him. Okay, so I'm not gonna kill him on this. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. Okay, Ty, you know. I ain't gonna kill you for this. But this bothered me, okay? And I'm gonna play this for y'all. And I'm gonna tell you why it bothered me so much, okay? I ain't gonna kill you, Todd. Respectfully. Tyvis Powell joins UCSS to talk all things Brown. I want y'all to listen to what Jason Lloyd had to say. Okay, now after hearing what Fallout said, I need y'all to listen to what Jason Lloyd had to say, and then we gonna listen to what Ty said, okay? Then I'm gonna tell y'all my issue with this.
You talk about quarterbacks, we talk about Shedeur. When you say like he's struggling to get him in and out of the huddle and get him lined up, this is quarterback 101. Mm-hmm. And I talked about this last year. The offensive lineman couldn't understand his cadence. They couldn't hear his cadence. That's part of the reason they had so many false starts. And I know like cadence has been a big topic of conversation again. Like, I don't understand. I never played quarterback in the NFL. This is step one. How can you be good at step 7 when you can't master step 1?
I'm right there with you. You know, I was, as the people was telling me about this cadence thing and all the getting them in.
That's
and out
100%
of the huddle,
true. That was true last year.
I said to myself, well, give them a wristband. Like, what are we talking about here?
Okay, problem number one. Tyvis. Jason Lloyd just told you he never played football, right? He also told you this happened last year when they said they didn't know his cadence, right? Or they didn't understand his cadence. Ty, we all know, and you know, that the fact that Jason Lloyd keeps bringing up last year with the cadence for me is an issue, because we all know during the very first game, right? We already know that one of the guards, whoever he was, said, we didn't know his cadence because we're not used to his cadence. We never, whatever, right? We also know that Shedeur was throwing to garbage cans, water boys, the wall, the grass. If the grass could catch, he was throwing to the grass last year. We already know this. Why you allow Jason Lloyd to get this shit off and you don't check nothing he's saying? Oh my God. that bothered me so much, right? And like, I appreciate you for letting him speak, but when it was your turn to speak, you like low-key just didn't correct him on anything he said. You know what I mean? Like, we hear... After this, I'm gonna let y'all listen to Coach Monken, right? I'm trying my best because I like Ty. And I know Ty wants Shedeur to be, QB1. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not going to say he wants Shedeur to be QB1. Ty just wants the Browns to win, regardless of who QB1 is, right? But how you going to allow this man to get this shit off and you don't check his, or you don't, not check him, but you don't correct him, like to be like, oh no, but last year, you can't hold last year against him with the cadence because he had no reps. He was throwing through the garbage cans and he was throwing through the water boys. Don't you remember during the first game where like the guard or whoever said they didn't know his cadence? Like they didn't know it. They didn't know it because they never heard it, right? Okay. And let him get this shit off. And I don't get it. Oh, okay. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's bring it back. I can't stand Jason. Ugh.
Just let him read off the wristband. And they said,
master step one.
I'm right there with you. You know, I was, as the people was telling me about this cadence thing and all the getting them in
That's
and out of the huddle.
100% true. That was true last year.
I said to myself, well, give him a wristband. Like, what are we talking about here? Just let him read off the wristband. And they said, Tyvis, he is reading off the wristband. And I'm like, well, then it just doesn't make sense then. I'm not understanding.
I got one more question. Did they not use cadence in college? What did he call in college? You know how hard it is for me to believe now? We already heard Coach Monken say, I'm throwing them a whole bunch of cadences that they have to learn. It's a lot of them, right? We just heard Fallout Media say the cadence issue. I mean, I just saw a video of Deshaun having a cadence problem. It's a lot of them, right? You know, certain shit that you have to say, whatever, right? Now, I have never played football before, but you're trying to tell me Shedeur understood calling plays and calling plays and making the other team come offside or whatever the fuck, and he gets in college and he gets in the NFL, he just don't know how to do it? It's hard for me to believe that.
And now, the thing I will say, and I'm giving him grace on this part, is that he's not it's a new offense. So everybody else needs to learn their stuff too, you know? So a lot of the times, if it's about people lining up wrong, well, that's on them too. Like that, I understand as a quarterback, that ultimately comes down to him and it falls in his lap. But like, come on now. If you see that he's struggling a little bit, you got to be able to know your stuff as well. So it's not all on him when it comes to that, but I get that he is the big part of that part of getting everybody lined up. So that's something there. And then as far as the cadence go, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't play quarterback, so I don't understand it. To me, I think it's as simple as reading off. If you're struggling to get the play out, you know, just read the card. You know, read whatever's on your wristband, and then let's go from there. But if he's struggling with that, then I don't know. You know.
Speaking of wristband, did Shedeur have the wrong wristband during the game last year? I mean, we're just not. Ty. Oh, Lord, let me move on. Ty, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. But I understand. I'm not telling you to argue with Jason Lloyd. I'm just saying, like, you did a great thing by allowing him to speak. You let him get his shit off. But after he get his shit off, you have to, like, correct him on a few things. Well, let's not forget, last year, we have to stop holding last year against Shedeur. We really have to do that. Shedeur was getting no reps. He wasn't getting anything. And I can promise you that nobody knew his cadences at all. Nobody knew nothing. Okay. So you have to look at this year as him learning new cadences. You just have to. You have to look at this year as that. And we already heard Coach Monken said that he has thrown so many at the players, at the QB, so they can learn. So I just feel like allowing him to get that shit off, and you play football, okay? That fat fucking play shit. You play football. So, shit like that just made me, I get a little irritated, but I feel you. Sometimes some shit you just gotta cause, and y'all, this is what I say. I know a lot of people say we have to ignore Cleveland media, you guys, no matter how many times you guys tell me that, it's not going to happen, because this is how I feel about allowing someone to get some bullshit off and you don't correct it. You got to correct bullshit, especially if it's going to be seen by millions of people. That way they know not to keep getting that same story off, right? You got to correct it. You just have to. Okay. Moving on, Ty. Okay. I ain't mad at you. I'm just letting you know how I feel. Okay. You know, Auntie be a little emotional. I ain't mad at you. Okay. So moving on, we are going to listen to the most important person. Okay. Coach Monken. Okay. Speaking on cadences, let's listen to what Coach Monken have to say. All right. I want y'all to listen to this.
I think all the quarterbacks have done a great job, starting with Talon. Doesn't get a ton of reps. Super smart. Thing's got a bright future. Dylan has handled it great. Really takes everything we ask of him to do from the meeting room to the field. And then you talk about Shedeur, who from the moment I got here till now, in terms of his drops, in terms of working through his progressions, in terms of checking the ball down, eliminating sacks, protecting the football. And I'm just talking about that part of it and throwing it. And then in the huddle, the command of the huddle, in and out of it.
Did you hear what he said? In the huddle, the command of the huddle. Somebody need to go play this for Jason Lloyd. Go play that for him. Okay? We already know that both quarterbacks are having cadence issues because Coach Monken said he threw a whole bunch at them. It's a whole bunch at them that they have to learn. Not only do they have to learn it, but the wide receivers have to learn, the O-lines have to learn it. So everybody has to mesh together. We have to stop putting everything on Shedeur bag. Like, damn.
Eliminating anxiety at the line of scrimmage for himself really has improved. And I'm excited to see
listen to what he says about Deshaun.
And they're all going to play in the preseason game. It's just a matter who starts.
Yep.
And then Sean's obviously played a lot of football, been in a number of systems. So early on, he was certainly going to be ahead. And that was to be expected. And I think people fail to realize that he hasn't played a lot of football the last few years. Right. And so he is certainly capable of improving, right, in a lot of aspects of his game, not only operation, but I think he's healthy for the first time, but then his playmaking ability, his ability to work through progressions. So I'm excited to see all of our guys play this preseason.
They all learning. Deshaun is learning, okay? He had a lot more great things to say about Shedeur, okay? The command of the huddle, the way he moved, his confidence, blah, blah, blah. When he got to Deshaun, what did he say? He said, well, you know, it was expected for him to be in the lead because he's played on a lot of different, you know what, he played for the Texans, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if while he was at the Texans, they had one or two coaches. I'm not sure with that, right? And then he got to the Browns, dealt with maybe one coach, you know, now he's in this system, you know, he hasn't played in a minute, you know, he's trying to get himself back right. Okay, boom. But we have to stop making it seem like Shedeur ain't Shedeur. Okay, we have to check people, not check them in a way where you make them feel stupid, but just correct them. Like, let's not forget, you know, we have to stop allowing people to get shit off and we don't say, hold on now. So you're trying to tell me last year, like, would you be able to play in a system like that last year? You know what I'm saying? We see quarterbacks like I said, I like to use Sam Darnold a lot because he won a Super Bowl when all of NFL was saying he was trash, okay? If you guys are not watching the Hard Knocks on HBO, okay, the Seattle Seahawks coach, Mike McDonald, okay, said that he holds a quote from Rex Ryan. Go watch that, okay? That is on episode 1. He holds a quote from Rex Ryan, okay? And he keep the quote on his shelf when Rex Ryan was saying that Mike McDonald was trash and he wasn't a good defensive coordinator and he's not gonna be good, right? And he said he listens to that shit, right? And that shit and he kept it because now he is not only a great defensive coach, but he's now a head coach and he won a Super Bowl on his first year of being a head coach. I'm just tired of people telling me that Shedeur will never be Shedeur. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. We see QBs come out the mud and get chances and win games. Okay, the new QB that's now Malik, who's now at the Dolphins, people would say he wasn't good. Now look at him. He played his ass off as a backup QB at Green Bay, right? And then Miami Dolphins picked him up and gave his ass a check. I don't want to hear that shit. That's why I say when people like Anthony Lehman say things like, oh, he'll never be this, he'll never be that. You got to give people examples. What about this person? What about that person? What about this person? What about that one QB, guys, who was first round pick for the Giants, whatever his name is, the white boy, tall, lanky white boy, first round pick for the Giants, was trash at the Giants. Trash. Then got to the Colts and played his ass off. Ass off, right? Now he is QB1 for the Colts. Come on now. We got to stop playing with people. We got to stop allowing people to spread these narrative. You are supposed to check narrative. So stop coming in my comments and telling me that I'm supposed to ignore this shit. I'm not ignoring it. I'm calling it out because if I ignore it or if you ignore it, then that's how lies continue on to spread. That's how narratives continue on to spread. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Okay, hit that post notification numbers upload from Auntie. I love y'all. Don't talk nice to me. Talk
Auntie
sports with me.
Faye,
Ciao.
praise the huddle.
Woo!